How many of us would say, thank you, God, for making me see a brand new day? How many of us would rather say, thank you, God, for this day before going to bed? You see, this is where we all go wrong. We believe in social class, we believe in the material things, we believe in the physical achievements we can get, we believe in buying those jewelries, we believe in buying those expensive cars, we believe in owning real estate. But then, what becomes of you when you do not have a relationship with God? I had a conversation yesterday with the Uber driver when he told me about the death of Bob Collymore, the CEO of Safaricom. Yeah, I share my condolence actually to the bereaved family, you see. But the truth is this. He mentioned something about he's been paid 10 million shillings every month. He earns more than the president himself. This is where people actually get it all wrong. With God, your physical achievement has nothing to do with Him. It's totally useless. Then I referred him to Michael Jackson's situation. I know how Michael Jackson has been loved by majority of the people, mostly from every part of the world. People love Michael Jackson. But then we fail to understand something. With all that he had acquired, with his fame, his popularity, he can't save himself. When death knocks, $10 billion can save you. $1 trillion can save you. Those cars you have, they can save you. Those houses you've got, they can save you. And neither will your diamond save you. Then I proceeded by telling him something. This is where we all seriously go wrong. We wake up in the morning, all we care about is the pursuit for wealth, the pursuit for riches, the pursuit for money, that we don't even have time to communicate to God. If money was really that paramount, yes, people will say you live because you need to earn to live well. You need to earn to eat. You need to earn to do one or two things. You need to earn to pay bills. You need to earn to do blah, blah, blah. Yes, no one is doubting that fact. I'm not doubting that fact either because we all need money to actually get it done. But then we might have all this money that we so much desire, but then we do not have a relationship with God. Do you think if Michael Jackson's problem was kidney, liver, or whatever part of the body that ought to be replaced for him to stay alive? Trust me, more than 1 billion people out there will want to donate that shit for him for free. But then, with all that power he has, with all that fame he has got, he still could not save himself. Then I stretch further by making this taxi driver understand one thing. You are richer than Michael Jackson. He asked me why. And I told him, listen to me. With all he has got, he cannot buy himself 10 seconds of the bread you have. You may be poor, you don't have anything, you don't even have those real estate, you don't have mansions that's worth millions of dollars, you don't even have Bugatti, you don't even have Ferrari, you don't even have diamond chains or gold chains either. But then you've got life. If this man is so rich enough and so famous enough and popular than you are, then how come you have something that he cannot even afford? Now, how do we define being rich? We all have it that being rich is the ability for you to acquire anything you want. You can buy a jet, you can buy whatever it is. That is what we see as being rich. Now, that is the physical aspect of being rich. And that is all we care about because the world is actually going crazy where we fail to look into the truth. But then, if I claim to be that rich, if I'm wealthy, if I'm famous, if I'm popular, if I sit with presidents to talk to them, if I can get access to any country I want to, but then I can buy one thing for myself, which is the air I breathe, then that means I'm not rich. That means there's somebody who is richer than I do. That means there's somebody who calls the shot than I do. Not even the president can save his life when death calls. You know why? Because that's priceless. You can't bargain for it. The only thing you need to understand at all times is maintaining a steady relationship with God. People then ask me something. I had a prayer section with a couple of friends, and then one of them asked me, if you have this relationship with God, why do you smoke? Then I smiled and I laughed. I was like, yeah, smoking is a habit actually. I shouldn't be proud about smoking because for one, it has an effect to my health. And two, it's not in line as a Christian. I ought not to smoke. I ought not to be an alcoholic. You see? But I have got a relationship with God. I boldly told her that day that do you know if I die today, I got nothing to be scared of. If I die right now, I got nothing to be scared of because I got a relationship with God. Because I remember somewhere in the book of Timothy, the Lord said, do not look at the statue of the man, do not look at what he wears. For my ways are not as the way of a man. You see, then I told her, do not judge me from what I do. If I smoke, does not mean I do not have a relationship with God. If I drink, it does not mean I do not have a relationship with God. If we go through the story of David, we will understand what I'm saying. So what am I trying to make us understand? All you need is a relationship with God. I see people being buried with millions of dollars. You buy a good casket. Somebody will tell you this man's good casket is worth $100 million. Who the hell does that? That's bullshit. That's bull crap. Let's come to reality of it. This nigga is dead. From dust we came and dust we shall return. Bury this nigga in the ground. Let him go rest. At that point, his relationship with God is what will qualify him, not the asset he has left on this side of life, not the cars. Why would you want to bury someone with a casket of $100 million? And yet there are people out there who are hungry. There are people out there who are starving. There are people out there who do not have accommodation for themselves. And you're burying someone who is already dead and gone with $100 million. Who does that? We should wake up from this madness, please. We should see the reality of life. We should stop being stupid. How you bury him does not make any difference. Why do we all care about the social class? Why do we all care about the social credit? Why do we all care about what people is going to say about us at the end of the day? How we've been buried, how blah, blah, blah. How Michael Jackson's burial went, how whatever burial went. Do you know we spent close to $1 billion trying to bury this nigga? Who does that? He is dead and he's gone. What really matters is your relationship with God. Be you a Christian, be you a Muslim, be you whatever. All you need is a relationship with God. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to bury you with your house. The worst that would ever get done is burying you inside your house, still in the ground. The $1 million bed you have, the mattress you've got, they will not bury you on it. Even when they bury you on it, it's worthless. It makes no sense. We should have a relationship with God. As much as we want to buy those cars, as much as we want to be wealthy, we want to be rich, yes, you can still be rich on earth and yet have a good relationship with your Father in heaven. That is a first class pass. This is all vanity. The book of Ecclesiastes will have it that vanity upon vanity, it's all vanity. Yes, I understand the fact that money is paramount. I understand the fact that we survive by how much we earn or whatever we get as income. We want to wear those good clothes. Yes, we can only do that when we have money. But then, do you get money to forget your purpose in life? Do you get money to forget the fact that there's a life after this one? Let's be realistic. Our social status, our social class, economical status has nothing to do with your relationship with God. Because at the end of the day, every man will be judged accordingly, not by what you had gathered on the other side of life. So we should start creating impact in people's lives. We should start giving meanings into people's lives. That is what really matters. It's not all about you. Let's stop being self-centered and selfish. Let's start sharing the love. Let's start sharing kindness. Because at the end of the day, when you walk into any hospital, you're going to see rich people laying down there, but yet they can help themselves. Because the Bible will have it that if the Lord does not watch over a city, the watchman will watch in vain. If the Lord does not build a house, the laborers will labor in vain. If the Lord does not heal you, there is nothing the best doctor or the best surgeon will do to save your life. When you go out there in the hospital and you ask those people, they will tell you, I don't even remember I've got a Bugatti. I don't even remember I've owned a Ferrari. Oh, you are telling me that I have a real estate? I don't know. Because all I care about right now is my relationship with God. For all I care about right now is ensuring that I'm well. I just want to be fine. I just want to be healthy like you are. I'm sick and tired of lying on this bed. But yet this is somebody who's got it all. And here you are, you wake up every morning, you're going to lament, you're going to nag. Instead of you telling God, thank you for the gift of life, you're going to wake up to tell God, hey, look at that. At my age, I could not pull up a house. At my age, I could not own that kind of business. At my age, I could not. No. Don't do that. For a man who is dead and gone has reached the end game. You are still alive. Anything can happen. You can still get all those things your heart desires. That is the better chances. That's the better privilege. You have God than that which is dead and gone. A dead man cannot build a house anymore. A dead man cannot go price cars anymore. A dead man don't know what jewelries are all about. A dead man don't know what the future is because the future's ended for him. Whatever future that dead man needs right now is the future that he's going to get with this Messiah, which is God. We need to be reasonable. So all that glitters are not gold. As much as we need all these good things of life, yes, I am not against the fact that people should not live well. But when you do live well, acknowledge the fact that you have got a creator. Acknowledge the fact that there's a life beyond this one. You see, it all seems more like fallacy to us. People will be like, how do we know if there's a life after this one? When people die, they just die. It's crazy. You wouldn't know how far people go until you start going too far yourself. You wouldn't know what it feels like to be on the other side of life until you had crossed to the other side of life, leaving this one behind. That is when you understand that there's a life after this one. We need to build a relationship with God. For one with God is majority. And we need to acknowledge the fact that we waking up every day being healthy is worth more than $1 trillion. And not until then, you will never start appreciating the gift of life with God. This is Great Live Entertainment Channel. I appreciate you for watching. Please subscribe.